As a grown man, you ain't got no business answering to or explaining yourself to a woman. And we're going to talk about why. But first, wipe your feet off at the door when you step into a pimp's domain. Let's go.
But you want all this pimping you can't afford. Perform like a punk, but wanna win his reward. Some suckers give you points, but bitch, you never scored. If you ain't paying pimping, then bitch, you getting ignored.
Okay.
I'm so sick of these.
It's in a woman's nature to doubt a man. At some point in time, women, I think, doubt everything and everybody. So naturally, if she's in a relationship with you, she's gonna eventually doubt you at one time or another. And as the man, it's your job as the leader and the man to dispel the doubt, to kill the doubt. And this is one of the ways that you do it, right? First of all, you have no business as a grown man answering to a woman. You have no business as a grown man explaining yourself to a woman. So let me tell you what the pimping do, right? Because when you knock a fresh 304 as the pimping, you know, they like to ask certain questions that, you know, a woman who's surrendered herself and following the lead of a man ain't got no business asking. For instance, whenever a 304 asks me, what you doing? If we talking on the phone, she texting me, or we talking on the phone, she asks me, what you doing? My answer is always the same. Being a big old pimp. In other words, being a man, for you squares out there. So if your woman ever asks you what you doing, simply being a man. That's it. And what you'll find is that, and you got to stand on it. You can't break and be like, oh, I'm just messing with you. I'm over here doing this, or I'm over here doing that. You can't do that. You have to stand on it and leave it simply at that. Being a man. Oh, where you at? Somewhere being a big old pimp. Somewhere being a man. Same thing, right? And my experience has been that very quickly they figure out it don't make no sense to ask him where he is or ask him what he's doing, because I'm going to get the same answer every time. So I might as well not ask him where he is or what he's doing. Because if you do answer, you might think it's an innocent question, right? You talking to your chick on the phone and she asks you what you doing. You might think it's an innocent question, right? But what you got to understand is, with women, everything you say can and will be used against you. Skip the can. Everything you say will be used against you when you answer certain questions, right? So if a chick is asking you what you're doing, it's not because she really wants to know like what you're doing. It's because she's figuring out things to use against you 9 times out of 10, right? Because a chick that's really messing with you and a chick that's really down with you, she don't really care about what you're doing, and she don't really need to ask what you're doing. If a chick is really concerned about you, before she asks what you're doing, she's gonna ask how you're doing. And a lot of times, them chicks that come with the what you doing or where you at, the first question is never how are you doing? Are you okay? The first question is never about your well-being or your, you know, how you doing or whatever. It's never that. It's always what you doing, where you at. You kill that simply by answering, you know, where you at, somewhere being a man, what you doing, being a man. You kill it like that, right? And the moment you answer that, what you believe to be an innocent question, you're giving her a license. You're empowering her to question you about everything, even things that she ain't got no business questioning you about, right? And the way I see it, man, it's that same spirit that like makes a chick go through your phone, right? And with me, that's a cardinal sin. You go through my phone, it's over with. It's a wrap. We ain't gonna be none of that, right? But on the same token, I'm never gonna go through your phone. I'm not a snooper or anything like that. I know you got a lot of guys out there that go through phones. You know, pimping go through 304's phones all the time. I'm not going through the phone, right? It would have to be a very extreme exception for me to go through the phone. But in general, you know, I'm not going through the phone. So you ain't got no business going through my phone. Just like I'm gonna respect your privacy, you definitely gonna respect mine. And again, all of that has to do with that doubt. So as the man, you gotta dispel the doubt. And at the same time that you're not answering these questions that really the answer is just gonna be used against you, you have to, through your conduct and through your behavior, earn her trust to the point where she doesn't even doubt what you're doing or where you are, so she ain't got to question nothing, right? For the pimping, a lot of times 304s get jealous of other 304s, or you know, they might think that you got a square on the side because of past experiences. They was messing with some dude that was messing with had a square girlfriend or family on the side. Hey, we gonna kill all of that. You're not about to doubt me. You're not about to question me. I'm not about to be answering myself to you. That's not going on, right? As a woman, you have to teach her that she doesn't even need to be concerned about that. There's no need to worry about that because she's dealing with a grown ass man, right? And the same thing with squares, right? A lot of times chicks will question where you are or what you're doing because of bad past experiences that they've had where some dude done cheated on them, you know, with 20 different women, and they was sloppy with it and they kept getting caught every time, you know. So now she has the mindset, well damn, if I don't ask certain questions, I'll never know if he's cheating on me or not. So let me ask these questions, you know, to try to figure out, you know, if he's gonna tell on himself through the answer. Nah, we not doing that. I'm not him, and you know, I'm me. So you gonna, just like you learned how to deal with him or learn what was going on with him, you're gonna have to learn me and learn how to deal with me and learn how to be involved with me. And that's not how you be involved with me, doubting my every move and questioning what I'm doing and thinking that I'm supposed to answer to you like you my mama and I'm your son, your child, your adolescent son at that. No, we not doing that. I'm the man, you the woman, I'm the leader, you following my lead, and that's the way it's gonna be, right? And again, like I said, what you'll find is that she'll figure out quickly if you standing on that, you know what, it's pointless for me to keep asking him where he is or what he's doing, because I'm gonna get the same answer every time. Being a man, they gonna get tired of it real quick, you dig? But the bottom line, man, hey, as a man, you ain't got no business answering yourself, because like I said, you're giving her a license to question you about everything. And now she's gonna feel entitled to the answers to all of her ridiculous questions, because the where you at or what you doing, you know, you might again think that's innocent, but once you answer those and give her the green light to start questioning you about everything, she's gonna ask you all kind of ridiculous questions. Where you at? Oh, you know, over here at the bar. What you doing? Shooting pool. Who you there with? Now it's who you there with. How long you gonna be there? When'd you get there? You know, it's almost like you got pulled over by the police and they ask you, hey, where you going? Where you coming from? What you doing? Like, nah, you're not about to interrogate me. You know, and nah, as a grown ass man, you just have no business doing that, man. And when you do it, when you allow it, it's just like opening Pandora's box. It ain't gonna do nothing but grow and evolve into a monster. So you gotta nip that in the bud right away. But at the same time, like I said, you gotta be a man about everything. A man to the point where she doesn't even have the desire to question you in that way. You dig? Let that marinate on your mind one time. Freeze is it. And this stuff right here, yeah, you see that, man. That's that love. Yeah, put some of this good old love in your body like so. And of course, as always, long live the incomparable Sinful to P. We out.
Let's go. You see, the God anointed game appointed PI since knee high. Knew that God appointed me to be fly. My reply to the blessing, only one decision for me, man, that integrated and demonstrated it's obligatory. Okay. So begins the story, these blessings I'm not in tune with.
But getting back to this game that I never left.
Baby, I wait.